Greetings gang, this is Nick and welcome to the Gumption channel where we bring you food related content. Coming right up. So here at the Redmond Town Center at Crêperie de Paris, which is a crepe house here we have around the Seattle area. And I've lived in France before, and I've really enjoyed the crepes here, but let's have some crepes in the US. A crepe is a French version of the Belgian waffle or the American pancake. But an interesting thing that the French do it differently. They like to have their crepes either savory or sweet, but never together. Unlike the American pancake, which has sweet maple syrup along with their bacon or their sausage or their eggs with the pancakes, but that's not the case with the French. But neither is wrong, neither is better or worse than the other one, it's just different. So let's get started with the food. I have here Forestiere, has sliced turkey, mushrooms, mozzarella, and goat cheese in there. We have a salad on the side with sauce on top, a little bit of Gruyere on top of that, a little bit of olives and tomatoes, so let's get to it. So I really like to eat this with a fork, so I'm gonna mix it together. Start out with this. Can't forget, French experience means that we consume Orangina. It's France's version of Mountain Dew, although I think it has fewer chemicals. And what makes this drink so peculiar is the pulp. And you can't really tell from here. When I bring it closer, if you look along the bottom of the drink, there are orange pulps at the bottom. So let me have it. I haven't had this in at least 2 years, so.
Oh man, I feel like I'm in France right now. Wonderful. Okay.
Sliced turkey and mushroom in there. Wonderful. I love it. Mixing it with the salad a little bit. Oh, beautiful. Crepe is my favorite pancake of all time. One of my favorite treats. It's one thing about living in a country that doesn't have as many of those. Because of the less competition for crêperies around here, they allow themselves to charge a little bit more. Of course, in France, we get this at a lower price, in my opinion. But such a wonderful treat to have French food on American soil. You don't see places like this. There are far few in between. So, in French, sides are called accompagnement. I think that's the word. And salads are not called salads; they're called crudité. Basically mixed vegetables that you can have on the side. A little French lesson, crudité. Side of salad, for those of you wondering. The table's a little shaky. And I do enjoy mushrooms in many of my savory food. I like mushroom in almost everything. I like mushroom on pizza, burgers, crepes. My favorite fungus of all time. Oh wow. The goat cheese really kicks in right now, and I'm really starting to taste the goat cheese. And if you're a person who enjoys French food, who has eaten French food, will know that the French cheese is very strong. It is strong. Definitely, Reblochon is one of the strongest cheese that I know of. It's an acquired taste, and I think the goat cheese is not too bad. I think it's still enjoyable. You know, we don't need too much acquired taste, just an adventurous tongue. And of course, a crepe can be enjoyed not just as a savory when you put meat and hot foods, cheese melted along with that. You can also eat it as a dessert. I think I got my first experience with crepes eating as a sweet treat. We put Nutella on it. I mostly ate it that way. I think later on I learned that you can also put ham in there and savory food. Now on to the dessert. Finally, we have a crêpe. I think one of my favorite treats about it, and I had it in France before, it's lemon juice mixed in with sugar, but the owner decided to hook me up with a caramel on top and whipped cream on the side. Usually, it's served right now, like on the dish, like you would have to eat with a fork and knife and stuff. But I think I've had street food in France where they actually do crepes like this out in public, and then they would make sure that you eat it like a cone style, so you can eat it on the run or on the go. Especially true in Paris, where you walk almost everywhere you go if you don't take the subway, or if you do take the subway. And so, we have it. Wow. Interesting. When you put caramel along with something as highly citric, like a lemon, and put with caramel, kind of tones down a bit. He suggested I put caramel. I don't think I had to, but I took his recommendation. Hey, you know what? Go ahead, hook me up with some caramel on top of that. The owner, actually, speaking of which, is of Moroccan descent. Although he's fluent in French and probably has a lot of exposure to French cuisine, having been from Morocco, which is one of the countries that was colonized by the French. So he knew a thing or two about how to make a good crêpe. If it's not a French person, then ask a person who came from a country that was colonized. Not to get political, just being historically accurate. Absolutely. This is like my first time eating at Crêperie de Paris. We're not in Paris, but the taste is close enough.
Great treat ever.
Very artsy as well. This crêpe is covered up in a caramel, a nice little pattern. Makes it look very artsy. It look extra sugar on top, not just inside the crêpe. And if I had mentioned it before, go ahead and get a conversation started down there. If you had crêpe before in general, have you been here, Crêperie Paris in Redmond before? Let's get a conversation going. I'm sharing you guys my favorites. One with the lemon, the other one, previous one was the Forestiere, which has goat cheese, sliced turkey, roasted mushroom, and mozzarella. The sides are called crudité. Nice little touch. Gives a little bit of that healthier balance with it by adding some salad on the side. I love it. Probably I've said it before, one of my favorite treats of all time. Oui, monsieur, c'est très bon. Ouais, merci. I just spoke to the owner. He kind of dropped by and said, hey, how is it? Like, pretty darn good, owner. Thank you. It's a cool cap. You should come out. Crêperie de Paris in Redmond. Come on out and check it out. It's definitely worth it. If you don't live within the Redmond area, make a trip to come out here and eat there. Yeah. Well, that concludes our video. If you enjoyed it, like and share. And if you want to see future videos, subscribe to our channel and click on that bell icon so you too can become a member of that notification gang. We upload a new food related video every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and many blessings.